Alright guys, we're back here with Fishing with Jesus, and I just met these two youngsters who, they want to have a YouTube channel of their own. What's your name?
My name's Chris.
Chris?
Miguel.
Miguel? Right on. So you guys gonna go subscribe to my channel?
Yeah.
Alright, you'll be in episode 23. I should be up tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
Fishing with Jesus. Hey, what's going on YouTube? Scott here, Fishing with Jesus. Guess who I got today? I got Loudmouth Bassin with me. I ran into him at the park. He's gonna actually give a little bit of his testimony for you guys. But before we get into his testimony, I wanna read a little bit of the word. I wanna still continue on with how God loves us and how he cares for us. And on my way over here, it popped in my head, 1 John chapter 3 verse 1, and it says, "See what kind of love the Father has given to us, that we should be called children of God, and so we are. The reason why the world does not know us is that it did not know him." So he loves us so much when we come to him that he calls us his children. And I know I lost both of my parents. And if you're out there not feeling love from your mom or dad, but once you come to him, you're his children. So God bless you. I'm going to turn it over to Jason from Loudmouth Bassin, and he's going to share a little bit of how he knows God loves him and a little bit of his testimony. What's up, Jason?
What's going on, YouTube? How you doing, Scott?
Good.
So my story with God and Jesus is quite interesting. My family, when I grew up, my dad was a Catholic altar boy, and his religion was forced upon him. And one of the things he never wanted to do to his children was to force that upon them. He wanted it to come because we wanted it. And unfortunately, he gave me the option of church or fishing on Sundays. Most of you can pretty much tell which choice I made. I believed that I could have a relationship with God out here on the water, and I talked to him. And that was the beginning of my faith, and that was for a long period, almost 20 years, that was my faith. Well, short time ago, I guess you could say, I was out fishing on Saguaro Lake in the middle of the night all by myself, fishing from the shore on the docks. Hadn't had a bite in 4 hours. I was laying there. It was about 3 in the morning. Nothing in my life was going right. The girlfriend and I had split up. The job was on icy grounds. Nothing was going right, and I knew it. And so I laid there and I looked up and I said, "Jesus, what do you want from me? You tell me what it is you want, and I'll give it to you. You know, I just want to know what you want from me that I'm not doing right, that I need to do right in life." And at the time, I had a small addiction to a recreational drug, I guess you'd call it. Some people call it medicine. But it wasn't a medicine for me. It was an addiction to it. And I know there's no chemical addiction to marijuana, but there is a habitual form to it. There's a habit to it. And I was under that influence. And I was under that influence on a regular basis. So I went home that night, or that morning, I guess, and decided I needed to put it down. I needed to stop doing that and do something different. So I got rid of everything I had. I gave it all to a friend or whatever, I guess an acquaintance you could say. And I decided to change things around. Well, within a week, my girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend at the time, called me back and has come back in my life, and things are going great. She doesn't know that I'm looking to propose to her. Maybe she does. If she does, she does now. I know she follows your channel, so.
Spoiler alert.
Anyhow, so things have gone great, and since then I found a new faith. I've proclaimed to God my life and given him everything, and it's amazing the things he's shown to me. Just simple things. I did end up losing my job. Things went wrong, and I think that happened for a reason. I think that there was no way that I was going to leave that job, because I was comfortable and I enjoyed it, and God knew he had a better plan for me. I'm still waiting to find out what the plan is, but I knew he had one for me. And so things happened in the way that I ended up losing that job. worried about money issues come up. I fish a lot. You know, I have a YouTube channel. I fish tournaments a lot, trying to make a living off fishing. That's my ultimate goal. So 3 days before a big tournament, you guys may have seen it, the Tempe Town Lake Tournament, the end of January. 3 days before that, I reach out and pull some money out of my 401k to help me with bills. I decide to take my plan, my actions. 3 days later, I end up winning the Tempe Town Tournament for a lot more money than I even took out from my bills. God showed me that it's His plan, that I need to follow His plan. And that's the thing, that one of the things I've learned, and it's repeatedly come up in my life, is I keep worrying and try to set my plan because I'm a man and I need to take care of things my way, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But ultimately, the reality is, and every single time I've done it, God has shown me that it's not my plan. It's His, and that I have to be patient and wait for Him. I have to continue doing the actions and showing the faith that I have, and His plan will supersede anything I try to do myself. And so far, it's worked out. I've yet to miss a bill. I've yet to have the power turned off.
Nice.
And I'm still without a current full-time job. Not to say I'm happy about it. I still worry to a point, but I know that if I just give my worries to Him, He does what He needs to do.
He is faithful to us.
And that's the biggest lesson I've learned, and it's changed my life.
Amen. So I'm going to interrupt him right there because I don't want to give you all of his testimony. We're going to get into some fish. You guys stay tuned. Oh, he almost had one right there. So, God bless you guys. We'll be back. Got one. Yes. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Yes. Thank you, Father. Get in here. Get in here. Get in there. Get up here. That's right. Yes. Yes, sir. Woo! That's about time. Oh. He's bleeding.
Gonna get that hook out.
Right.
Bit it and threw him back. I was like, no, you ain't gonna live, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that stuff ain't gonna go.
No. I really appreciate you taking it.
I think she's spitting up stuff.
Yeah, she's
spitting up
blood.
Oh yeah, you're spitting up blood, sweetie. Yeah, I'll take you home.
That's pretty cool, man. Thank you.
I appreciate it. No problem, dude.
What's your name?
John.
John, I'm Scott, man.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
man.
to meet you.
I'm out here quite often.
Yeah?
Got one! Yeah, my buddy and his daughter's coming up right now.
Heck yeah.